Module 2, Unit 3, Assessing for Learning. Assessment plays a pivotal role in guiding and improving literacy instruction. Effective evaluation provides educators with the tools to understand where students are in their learning journeys and how to adapt instruction to meet their needs. Assessments, whether formal or informal, offer a window into students' strengths and challenges, enabling teachers to make data-driven decisions that foster growth. By integrating a range of assessment methods, educators can monitor progress, judge text difficulty, and ensure that every student has the opportunity to succeed. The purpose of evaluation in literacy instruction extends far beyond assigning grades. At its core, assessment aims to improve both teaching and learning. Evaluations should end not with static conclusions, but with actionable changes designed to enhance instruction or support student progress. This continuous improvement cycle reflects the dynamic nature of education, where the ultimate goal is to meet students' evolving needs. Progress monitoring, for example, is one such approach that helps teachers determine whether students are making adequate improvements over time. This process not only highlights areas requiring intervention, but also provides a framework for celebrating successes. Different types of assessments serve distinct purposes in literacy education. Norm reference tests, for instance, compare a student's performance to that of their peers and are particularly helpful to administrators in evaluating broader trends across schools or districts. While these tests provide valuable data, they are not always the best tools for fostering individual student growth. In contrast, formative assessments such as classroom activities and observations, as well as daily quizzes, offer immediate feedback that teachers can use to adjust their instruction. Effective checking for understanding practices, like asking students to hold up a letter corresponding to the part of speech of a word, engage students actively and provide teachers with real-time insights into their comprehension. For English language learners, ELLs, and other diverse populations, assessment must be tailored to their unique needs. The use of appropriate assessments is essential to planning instruction that accommodates different linguistic and cultural backgrounds. For example, non-mainstream dialects may have little direct impact on reading achievement, but can influence teachers' attitudes and expectations. Recognizing and valuing linguistic diversity allows educators to build more inclusive classrooms where all students feel supported. Comprehension is a cornerstone of literacy, and evaluating it effectively requires thoughtful strategies. The most effective way to assess students' comprehension processes is through think-aloud protocols. By verbalizing their thoughts while reading, students reveal their cognitive strategies, offering teachers valuable insights into how they construct meaning from texts. This approach not only helps diagnose comprehension challenges, but also provides a platform for modeling effective reading strategies. Another critical aspect of assessment involves determining the difficulty level of materials and matching them to students' abilities. The best approach combines objective and subjective methods, such as using readability formulas, leveling scores, observations, and professional judgment. This ensures that students are working with texts that are neither too easy nor too difficult, striking the right balance to promote growth. For instance, a set of scores indicating 90% word recognition and 80% comprehension represents an instructional level where students can learn effectively with appropriate support. The use of diverse assessment tools is key to fostering learning. Portfolios, for example, serve as a sensible vehicle for collecting and evaluating a range of student work over time. They allow teachers to track progress, identify patterns, and make informed decisions about instruction. Screening, benchmark, and progress monitoring measures further enhance this process by providing data at regular intervals. These assessments are particularly valuable for students who may have fallen behind, offering insights that inform targeted interventions. The validity of assessments is another crucial consideration. Content validity, which refers to how well a test measures what it is intended to assess, is particularly important for classroom instruction. Ensuring that assessments align with learning objectives helps teachers accurately gauge student progress and plan effective lessons. For example, a true test of reading goes beyond decoding words to evaluate whether a student can construct meaning from text and answer questions about what was read. This holistic approach captures the essence of literacy, which is rooted in understanding and engagement. Monitoring progress is a defining characteristic of effective literacy programs. Knowing where students are and what they need enables teachers to make necessary adjustments to instruction. This iterative process ensures that students receive the support they need to overcome challenges and achieve their full potential. The main purpose of progress monitoring is to determine whether students are making adequate improvements and to intervene when they are not. By using this data, teachers can create individualized learning plans that address specific gaps in knowledge or skills. The nature of evaluation in literacy instruction encompasses both summative and formative assessments, each serving a distinct purpose. Summative assessments provide a snapshot of achievement at a particular point in time, while formative assessments inform ongoing instruction. Together, these tools create a comprehensive picture of student learning, enabling educators to balance long-term goals with day-to-day adjustments. For example, formative assessments like retellings and think aloud protocols offer immediate insights that teachers can use to refine their teaching strategies. Assessment also plays a critical role in understanding how students interact with texts of varying complexity. Matching students with appropriate materials requires careful evaluation of text difficulty and complexity. This involves not only analyzing quantitative measures, such as readability scores, but also considering qualitative factors, such as themes and language use. By using a combination of these approaches, teachers can ensure that students are working with texts that challenge them appropriately while fostering their confidence and motivation. The role of evaluation extends to planning instruction for ELLs, whose literacy development may follow different trajectories from their native English-speaking peers. By using assessments that are sensitive to these differences, teachers can design instruction that builds on students' existing linguistic and cultural strengths. For instance, screening tools and progress monitoring measures can identify specific areas where ELLs need support, allowing teachers to tailor their instruction accordingly. At its core, the goal of assessment in literacy instruction is to empower students to become proficient readers and writers who can navigate the demands of the modern world. This requires a commitment to using data-driven methods that not only diagnose learning gaps, but also highlight opportunities for growth. Through thoughtful evaluation, educators can create learning environments where every student has the tools they need to succeed. Assessment is not an end in itself, but a means to an end. By continuously monitoring progress, making informed adjustments, and using a variety of tools, teachers can ensure that their instruction is both effective and inclusive. Whether through think aloud protocols, portfolios, or progress monitoring, the ultimate aim of assessment is to improve student learning and foster a lifelong love of reading and writing. In doing so, educators fulfill their responsibility to equip all students with the skills they need to thrive in an increasingly complex world. Unit 4. Fostering emergent early literacy. Emergent literacy forms the foundation for all subsequent learning, encompassing the experiences and skills young children develop before they acquire conventional literacy. It is a process that begins long before formal education, as children naturally interact with language, print, and storytelling in their environments. Understanding how to nurture emergent literacy effectively is essential for educators who aim to build a strong base for lifelong learning. Children begin acquiring literacy long before they step into a classroom. Their early experiences with books, conversations, and storytelling contribute to their understanding of language and print. Newman and Roscoe emphasize that preschoolers should learn about letters and sounds through exposure to and involvement in meaningful reading and writing activities. These natural interactions with print help children grasp the purposes and uses of written language in functional contexts. For instance, seeing an adult write a shopping list or observing signs in a community reinforces the idea that print carries meaning and serves practical purposes. As children engage with print, they start developing an awareness of its concepts, such as recognizing that print is read from left to right and top to bottom in English. Introducing these concepts can be done effectively through shared reading experiences, such as reading a big book aloud with the class. Shared reading fosters not only the understanding of print, but also a love for stories and reading itself. This technique allows children to see how print corresponds to spoken language and how stories unfold, helping them connect meaning with text. Emergent writing is another critical component of literacy development. Children's attempts at writing, often referred to as invented spelling, provide valuable insights into their understanding of language and phonetics. While their spellings may not align with conventional standards, they often follow a few basic principles. For example, a child might write CT for cat, demonstrating an awareness of sounds and their corresponding letters. These early attempts at writing are not merely errors, they are meaningful steps in the literacy journey that should be encouraged and supported. When engaging with emergent writing, it is crucial for teachers to create an environment that values children's ideas and expressions. Writing individual language experience stories, for instance, allows students to dictate their thoughts, which the teacher then writes down verbatim. Even if grammatical errors are present, the teacher should capture the child's exact words to honor their voice and reinforce the connection between spoken and written language. This practice helps children see their words take tangible form, fostering confidence and a deeper understanding of writing as a mode of communication. Phonological awareness, including the ability to recognize and manipulate sounds in words, is a foundational skill for conventional literacy. Activities that focus on word, letter, and sound recognition help children develop this crucial awareness. Singing songs, playing rhyming games, and engaging in sound-matching exercises are effective ways to build phonological skills in a playful and engaging manner. Alphabetic knowledge, or the understanding of letter names and sounds, complements these activities, enabling children to connect sounds with their corresponding symbols. A literate environment plays a vital role in fostering emergent literacy. Classrooms rich with print materials, such as books, labels, charts, and posters, provide constant exposure to written language. Beyond physical materials, teachers should read to students regularly, modeling fluent and expressive reading. Interactive reading, where children actively participate by predicting outcomes or repeating phrases, deepens their comprehension and engagement. These activities not only introduce children to the structure and rhythm of language, but also instill a love for stories and knowledge. Language development is intrinsically linked to literacy. As children engage in conversations with peers and adults, they expand their vocabulary, refine their grammar, and strengthen their ability to express ideas. Teachers can foster this development by encouraging open dialogue, asking thought-provoking questions, and introducing new words in meaningful contexts. For instance, discussing the events of a shared story or exploring descriptive language through sensory activities enriches children's linguistic abilities and prepares them for reading and writing. Assessment is a vital component of fostering emergent literacy, as it provides insights into children's progress and informs instructional strategies. Both formal and informal assessment techniques are valuable in this regard. Informal methods, such as observing children during play or listening to their retellings of stories, offer real-time snapshots of their literacy development. Formal assessments, on the other hand, can help identify specific strengths and areas for improvement. For example, evaluating a child's ability to recognize letters, match sounds to letters, or understand the concept of print can guide targeted interventions. Planning an appropriate literacy program for preschool students requires an understanding of the unique needs and abilities of young learners. Teachers must create environments that are both nurturing and stimulating, offering a variety of materials and activities that encourage exploration and discovery. Programs should balance structured instruction with opportunities for free play, allowing children to engage with literacy in meaningful and self-directed ways. For instance, a literacy corner stocked with books, writing tools, and magnetic letters invites children to experiment with language and print at their own pace. As emergent literacy evolves into conventional literacy, the principles and techniques used in early education lay the groundwork for future success. Encouraging children to explore and interact with print, nurturing their phonological and alphabetic knowledge, and valuing their attempts at writing are all essential steps in this journey. By fostering a love for language and providing the tools to navigate it, educators empower children to become confident, capable readers and writers who are prepared for the academic challenges ahead. Fostering emergent literacy is about more than teaching specific skills. It is about cultivating a lifelong love for learning and language. Through thoughtful and intentional practices, teachers can create a foundation that supports children's growth as readers, writers, and thinkers. As children move from recognizing letters and sounds to composing their own stories, they embark on a transformative journey that opens doors to endless possibilities. By investing in this critical stage of development, educators ensure that every child has the opportunity to thrive in the world of literacy.